Welcome back to Rap4 TV. We're doing our second video on the box magazines QC process, and we're going to do a little bit of shooting today so we can show some of the features and also some of the troubleshooting areas that you can look at when you receive your box magazine. Set this aside for a second. Basically, the box magazine, again, it does have, when you're loading it, you load the paintballs from these side ports here. Okay, I'll show you that in a few moments as well. Right now we have about 100 paintballs inside the box magazine. We can actually see this right here on the viewport, which is one of the features that this has. When it's about there, it's about 100 paintballs. Okay. Basically, to load it, take our T68 with an E-grip, so we can show some burst and full auto modes on this as well. We take the box magazine, insert it as you would a standard one. Make sure it clicks so this doesn't fall out on you. It would not be a fun experience, I would imagine. We recommend that you insert the magazine with the on-off button in the off position. That way you can avoid chopping paintballs or manually chopping paintballs because you have one in the chamber. So again, we turn it on. Right now basically cycled, which means that the balls are already in the chamber. Normally you would hear the motor turn on for about 2 seconds, but right now basically it's full, so it's ready to go. Okay, we set it on semi-auto first. Go. And okay, go to 3-round burst. And now full auto. Okay, so that's pretty much how the box magazine works. Again, we recommend that as you're taking it out, you cycle the on-off button, cycle it to off. That way you avoid the paintballs coming out. So again, there's one in the chamber that comes out. Had you completely run out of paintballs, this wouldn't happen, but we still have a few in there. Okay, so let's go into some of the features about the box magazine. I can get back to that in a second later. The box magazine has a couple. Let's actually grab this one again. Has a couple features that are worth mentioning. There have been some custom box mags in the past that have been using some standard force-fed loaders. So what we're doing now is we're adding some features to this to make it a better system as far as the flow of the paintballs to the gun and easier for the customer to use. Okay, so basically the box mag has an onboard recharging unit with an additional charger. You can plug this into the wall, that way you don't have to worry about batteries, removing batteries or replacing them. You basically can go out knowing that you do have a full charge on your box mag. As we showed a few moments ago, it does have a view loading window, so you can tell how many paintballs you have in the box mag at any given moment. Two loading docks either side. Basically, the reason why we have two is that when you want to have a full capacity 250, you can load about 200 using only this side right here, but because of the geometry inside the box magazine, an additional 50 or so will fit through this side. Okay. Another very important feature on the box magazine is our patent pending Nautilus drive system. This is a fiber optic communication system, which what it means basically the gun will communicate with the box magazine and give it an accurate demand of paintballs. But we'll get into this in a further video. It's just a lot to discuss right now. Okay, basically you have a space for two 9-volt batteries, rechargeable. This first generation has only one battery and an extra storage capacity, but future versions this will be space for two batteries to use at the same time. Looking inside, some of the features that the magazine has, as you can see, this is a feed tray. The feed tray is very similar to other force-fed loaders in the past. However, due to the fact that we're going against gravity and feeding it up to the magazine or up to the gun, this makes it that we need some extra components to make this work properly. Some areas that we pay attention to is the paddles. We have 8 paddles driving 8 individual balls into the feed tube. Contrary to some of the loaders in the past. There's also basically a flow control valve that makes it so the paintballs already in the feed tube cannot go back to the paddles or interfere, and the paddles do not interfere with the paintballs in the stack. Another thing that you'll see here is ball deflector. This ball deflector is a upgrade that we did since we've had the magazines here. Basically what we had before was a set of rollers. The set of rollers, what it's intended to do, and also this one, is any extra balls that are not ready in queue, this will basically roll it off and allow it to feed correctly. These rollers came a little bit out of spec, so we basically replaced them for a better system, fewer moving parts, and which is this updated feed ramp here. Okay. Everything in the box mag is quick disconnect, so you can take off the motor from, the whole feed tray from the box mag shell. The battery compartment, or the back plate, also has a quick disconnect to the charging unit. So that's pretty much it on the box mag and how it functions. Now, you normally would take it apart. We went into detail about taking apart the box mag in our previous video, but you would take it apart just in case you had a chop inside and you need to clean it out. Now, we've never had a problem with actually chopping inside the box magazine. Most of the problems, if it ever does chop, it's very standard. It's up at the feed chamber. So just normally by removing this and running a squeegee through it, you're good to go. Okay, well, we are continuing to do the final testing on this so we can get these out to you and you guys can enjoy it. There are a couple things that we noticed during our QC process. The motor strength in this first unit is not quite what we were looking for, which is why we're loading to about 150 paintballs, or basically half the capacity of this, and you're able to use it perfectly. However, when you put the full amount of paintballs, it is not feeding correctly. So we will be addressing all of this for any of you who purchase this. Either we can send you this one now and you can use it at half capacity, or you're also able to wait for it and we'll give it to you with the full motor. If you do take it at this point, we can send you all the parts so we can bring it up to. So basically, any generation that we make of the box magazine, we will give you all the parts free of shipping, so you can get it to whatever the current model is. Thank you very much.